All right, I got a little music going for me in the background. I like Hungry Eyes for these type of presentations. It gets me fired up for them. So I'm going to ease that out and start telling you a little bit about why I'm excited to be here. I think the content has been great. What I've experienced so far has been really inspirational, and just a few things, themes that I'd like to call out that I saw that are a nice segue into what I want to talk about with TikTok is authenticity. So Mark from Mod talked about it. The Panda team just talked about it. That's something that plays well into TikTok. Adam from Goodway talked about branding 3.0, and then 1 year away from Gen Alpha, like talk about a wow for me. And then a lot of talk about CTV. And this is a segue into, like any good salesperson, allowing me to talk about myself. I started selling CTV in 2013. And the reason that I was excited to move into CTV back then was I saw the potential for the future of video. So when I joined TikTok earlier this year, it's because I fell in love again. Don't let anybody tell you can't do it twice. What I see is a future in video that is going to change how we have to think about marketing. And I know that there are a lot of great brands here in attendance today that are already starting on the platform. What I want to talk to you about is how you can enhance your presence on the platform, why it matters, why what's happening on TikTok matters, why the shift is this seismic shift is going to, how it's going to impact our business, and then how you can ride that wave instead of getting overrun by it. So we got 10 minutes to get through all that. So let's jump right in. So for years, we've talked about living in this era of screen fragmentation and attention deficits. And that leads to this claim that a lot of us have heard, that the biggest screen isn't always the best. So as we close out 2021 and head into 2022, what we're also seeing is a different fundamental shift, and that's the culture funnel. So that's been inverted. So if you think about culture in the past, it was once curated by gatekeepers. This would be TV networks predominantly, or magazines, where they were saying, here are the voices, here are the stories that we think matter, and we're passing it down to audiences. Now on TikTok, people are curating what stories and what people matter to them, and they're influencing it upstream. So if you take the Olympics, for example, NBC averaged 15.1 million viewers in prime time over the 17 days of the Tokyo Olympics, which is a nice 257 million views. The hashtag Tokyo Olympics on TikTok, that had more than 4.5 billion views. So that's 17.5 times NBC's coverage. So how does this happen? Well, Suni Lee, our gold medalist in gymnastics, she's important because she won the gold medal. But why she matters, and I'm calling out a difference between importance and matter, she matters because we knew her authentically from the videos she was posting on the platform. We knew that she loved pizza. And it's not just Suni. We have voices like Olivia Rodrigo who are coming to our platform to tell her story and launch her career. You've got Noodle, the 13-year-old bones, no bones pug, which hopefully everybody has seen and had some experience with that. We're uncovering talent, both big and small, reaching broad and niche audiences every single day on our platform. So the Olympics is one example of how we're seeing this shift on TikTok. But when you think about the individual consumer experience, they're coming to the platform for joyful entertainment, and they're consuming over a movie length's worth of content every single day. So that's over 90 minutes. So the average viewer on our platform is spending over 90 minutes a day with us. And it's because we at TikTok, our platform follows broadcast dynamics. And by that, I mean the sending of premium content to audiences who can choose to engage with what speaks to them on a personal level. So it's new stories, it's new storytellers. But unlike TV, where when you sit down, you're changing the channel based on if you want to watch the basketball game or you want to watch HGTV, on TikTok, what we're doing is the algorithm is changing the channel for you based on your interests. So comedy, self-improvement, gardening. I just found out this morning that I have an appetite for English Premier League soccer cheers. It got put into my feed. I started going down, checking out more and more of them. And suddenly I was consuming content about what Manchester United and West Ham's cheers were going on last weekend. So this shift to TikTok and the time spent with it's asking us, it's demanding us to rethink about these marketing cliches of disruption and fragmentation and engagement. When audiences are on TikTok, the stories are their focus. The creators are their focus. And hopefully you all know this from your personal experiences when you pulled out TikTok and you opened up the app and you've spent time there. Look, if you take one thing away from this, if you haven't downloaded the TikTok app, if you haven't spent time there curating your algorithm to your interests, please do that. For those of us who have, and hopefully that's everyone else, you understand how engaging it is. This is the only screen that you can spend time with. You can't multitask when you're on TikTok. It happens too quick. The engagement is too deep. And it's breaking through when we start bringing partners in as storytellers, as authentic voices in the platform itself. And it's doing this against a highly desirable audience. We're talking 18 to 34-year-olds. We're talking 12 to 44-year-olds. Our audience continues to grow, and it's continuing to grow in an area where traditional media delivery systems are losing audience in a scaled manner. So when we narrow our focus to QSR and think about what's happening in the food category, what we see is a content area that's really exploded. So food has moved into a top 5 interest category for us over the past year. You probably know this, or hopefully you know this anecdotally, if you followed the story about feta cheese, or you went searching for feta cheese at the end of Q1 and found that the United States had none. And this is because of a recipe that took off on TikTok. Viewers are coming to our platform for food experiences and food content. And that's where QSR plays in really, really well, because these are brands that our audiences know, they recognize, and they want to test and get adventurous with. So when they are engaging with QSR specific content, what we're seeing is they're not only eating it, but they're loving the content and they're loving the experiences that they have, and they're sharing. They're talking about it. It's not just a one-way street. We do follow broadcast dynamics in that we tell a story, but there are social elements to what we do that allow for deeper engagement and conversations and interactivity on the platform. So a couple examples of this and how this is turned into materially differentiating impacts in society is Dunkin'. So they did a partnership earlier this year with Charli D'Amelio. Hopefully everybody is familiar with her work. And what they found was on the launch day of a coffee drink, her specialized coffee drink, their sales of iced coffee jumped 20%, and it moved up to 45% on the following day. Chipotle, who's a great example of a brand that understands their voice on the platform and continues to do continual, ongoing, solid work. They promoted National Guac Day. That ended up moving over 800,000 more servings of guac based on their presence on the platform, and garnering 250,000 video submissions of individual guac dances. So they leaned into the interactive element of the platform, how they were resonating with audiences, and turned that into a material impact on their business. So what's happened is that TikTok's created an opportunity for us as marketers to break through with a desirable audience in an unprecedented way. And we're doing this on their terms. We don't ask brands to be different than who you are. What we do is allow you to be your authentic version of yourself. Your brand persona on the platform, that allows you to engage with audiences. You're not a different person on the platform, but you're distilled down to who you really are with your identity. And that allows you to engage with audiences and potentially shape culture. And your involvement on TikTok, it's not just a back and forth simply with viewers and with the audiences. It allows you to unlock deeper insights as far as what's resonating with your audiences. It's about being here. It's about taking swings. There's no home run on TikTok. It's about having a constant conversation. And these unlock deeper insights into what is resonating on your menu with your audiences from a storytelling standpoint, from a in-restaurant experience standpoint. And when we partner together and brands show up as their authentic selves on our platform, we not only entertain, we engage, we build meaningful connections, and we do so with the audiences that are going to support your business over the next few years. So you'll often hear us say with these presentations is don't make ads, make TikToks. So with that in mind, I'm going to treat you to something else.
That pizza look good. Wait, that's my pizza! That's my pizza! That's the Angry Reactions tastemaker from Pizza Hut. I know exactly what that is. Gorgeous!
All right, so this is a campaign we recently executed with Pizza Hut, and it started with an insight. And what we did was we incorporated a real creator, Wanya here, Angry Reactions, who created an asset that is authentic not only to his voice, but to the platform as well. He led with sound, which is one of our keys for success. He used the duet feature, that's combining two videos into one, so his video with an existing asset. And whether you know Angry Reactions or not, this TikTok in the first 4 days got 69.7 million views and got 1.1 million likes in the first 48 hours. So just for comparison's sake, the premiere episode of Succession for season 3, a show that in a lot of ways drives culture, that reached 1.4 million viewers across all digital platforms in the first day, and we'll probably get up to maybe 10 million, over the course of the season. Angry Reactions did close to 70 million views in the first 4 days with this brand content. And what's important and what I want to call out and leave everyone with is our internal team stood this up in partnership with Pizza Hut. They came to us and we said, we can help you bring this to life on the platform in a way that's meaningful, that fits in a brand elevating way. So we're here. We're here to help you. Whether you want to try something new, you want to go bigger, our team is ready to be the guide. We bring a full suite of expertise. So I think of this as the full car wash, right? You're getting the armor all in the tires and everything. It's strategy and cultural insights. It's creative lab. It's creator solutions. We're going to help manage the creator execution. We have obviously a huge product team that is looking to tailor the experiences to what the brand is looking for and what our audience is looking for. And at the end, measurement. We want to inspect what we expect. We want to prove out the value of what we're doing on the platform. So we are set up to support you in that way. So with that, I'm probably close to the end of my time. I wanted to open it up to some Q&A, but instead I just took the time to create a little TikTok video for everybody to knock some of those out easy. All right, so if you recognize that song, you probably know it from maybe a couple places. Hopefully you know it from TikTok. It started as a trend on TikTok. Burger King, our friends at Burger King, who I know are here, recently created a TV spot leveraging the King, using that song. They licensed that song for broadcast purposes, and did a questions I get asked for a TV spot. So it's a real tangible demonstration of how what happens on TikTok is shaping culture up and down our experience here in the country. So with that, please reach out to me with any questions. Would love to help you. Would love to talk about a partnership and how we can go bigger and do greater things for your brand, because this change is happening and it's happening in a big way. I am available virtually in person. Both Jared and Eric are there in the crowd. So shake hands with them, have them buy a coffee or a drink, and challenge them. They get the tough questions, I get the easy ones. So thank you everyone for the time. Thanks for the great content, and I look forward to seeing you all in person next year.
All right. Thanks, Todd.